Okay, y'all. So this video is about the air element, and it's the next part of my series of videos on the elements. I already covered the elements, the power of fire, the elements, the power of water, and now I'm covering air. I'm going to do earth next, and then I will do spirit. Okay. With the element of air, I'm just going to start off by referring you to one of my past videos where I did it. It was called My Personal Experiences with the Wind Element, I believe, or something like that. But you can find that on my past videos. But that's just like a little video of my personal experiences with it, okay, with some of them. Now, let's just get right into this. The air element rules the powers of the mind, the powers of thought, the powers of communication and words, your breath, your spoken word, your voice, really just communication in general as well, though. So like writing and stuff like that is also under the influence of the wind element or the air element. I really associate the air element with trees and the forest or the woods, like plants, wands that are made out of different woods and branches, staffs. Y'all, I'm gonna do a series of videos also on the tools of witchcraft and like my take on that as well. So I will cover that more in depth separately. But as far as the air element, it also rules, like I said, the mind. So also psychic abilities. Some other things are like astral projection, astral travel, dream magic and dream work. Although I think that also somewhat overlaps with the water element as well. But really, like the conscious astral travel and astral projection, I would really associate with the air element. So I guess I'm going to get into some of the different ways that I like to work with the air element. It is a projective element as well, or a masculine element, which basically means it's projective. It has a power that is active and compelling, okay? So when you speak your spells, always try to write your own spells or word your own spells, forming your thoughts, your intentions into your own words, okay? Singing is really powerful when it comes to air magic, and vocalizing your spells or your intentions. I don't know if y'all have heard that before or not, but singing is really powerful of a way of doing that, okay? So I just wanted to put that in here. That's something that you can consider. I mean, whether or not, like, if you have a professional singing voice or not, you know, just vocalizing it in that way, chanting. Some other tools I would associate with the air element, bells, the ringing of bells in ritual and meditation, singing bowls, feathers and feather magic, a witch's ladder. I'll do a tutorial video on how to make a witch's ladder. But it utilizes feathers. Smudging fans made from feathers from different birds and different species, has different energies with it. Different leaves from trees you can use will have different energies associated to that tree. The leaves of plants, flowers as well. And once again, that will probably overlap into like earth magic and air magic combined. But I really associate that with air magic because of the fact that how important of a role that plants and trees and stuff like that play in the atmosphere, and with specifically to do with air. Okay. Incenses, cigars and cigarettes. Okay, smudge sticks. That's air magic as well. And depending on what you're burning, what you're using, will have different qualities. So you can look into all of that. So I'm going to go ahead and get into some different ways that I work with the air element. Okay, so I use it for astral projection, and I'll give you one of the techniques that I use is I will lay in my bed, and for the astral projection or astral travel, consciously, I will lay in my bed, and y'all know that feeling of just like standing in the wind with your arms open, and the wind's gusting, and you're just standing there, and the way that feels, like if the wind is blowing really hard, okay, I will evoke that feeling while I'm just laying there in my bed, okay? And I'll just keep focusing on that, and I'll visualize myself like flying through the air and just feeling that sensation, okay? And that will help me induce astral travels and astral projections. Now, I usually combine that with the use of different oils that I make myself, psychic oils, flying oils that I make. I might do some tutorial videos on the recipes for those as well, and how I make them and consecrate them and stuff like that. So I won't go into that into detail separately, but that's just one technique that I use, and it usually works for me. It didn't always work for me, but it does now at this point, where I've already gone through learning how to astral travel and astral project and things like that, because that's a learning process in and of itself. I really had to learn how to do that through dream magic when I was asleep, through triggering lucid dreams, and learning how to control dreams from within, the dream state, and it progressed into being able to consciously induce astral travels, okay? So that's one way that I usually work with the air element. Another aspect is I use it for my psychic abilities like telepathy, reading people's minds and stuff like that who are around me or who I'm communicating with. You can use the air element to glean information and communications from other people's minds, okay? And you don't necessarily have to like have a dialogue with them, like they don't have to be consciously aware that you're basically telepathically communicating with them. You can just get information from them, like what's on their mind, what's in their subconscious, what's in their intentions, and things like that. And let me see if I can explain the process of that. It's almost like breathing with your mind or with your aura. Like you're breathing in, but you set the intention that you're receiving from another person's mind. And don't try too hard because that can get in your way with any psychic abilities or with any type of clairvoyance and just different abilities like that. You can get in your own way by over exerting your logical mind and just trying too hard or trying to control it too hard. You have to be in a receptive state for any psychic abilities to work, okay? So once again, as I told y'all in the video on the water element, even though air is a masculine projective element, there's a yin and yang, there's a balance with everything, so it also has its receptive qualities to it, even though it's predominantly projective. So one of its projective powers would be like making yourself astral project, astral travel. One of its receptive powers would be, like I said, reading someone's mind or gathering intelligence, gathering information from someone who is around you or who you are communicating with, even long distance, okay? That is another thing right there. Air magic can really help you empower your spells to work long distance, okay? That's another aspect to that. I don't know if y'all just heard that pop. What else? I'm going to give y'all some tips on just connecting with the air element if you don't feel very connected to it. I'm a Gemini, and my ruling planet is Mercury because of that, which is an air sign and an air planet. So that's the element that I have always connected to the most easily, okay? But I don't know where you're at in your practice or how you connect with the elements, but one good tip I can give you that really helps me connect with the air element is to go on nature walks in the woods or in a wooded area and do some meditations there. Really just connect with the trees because they can help you to connect with the wind element, okay? You might want to take offerings of incense to burn or smudge sticks or something, feathers to leave there in the woods, like at the base of a tree or something, and just reach out to the spirits and ask them to help you connect with the air element and just do that same visualization technique that I told you for the astral travel, or prepare for that by actually really standing there in the wind physically and just hold your arms out and let it blow on you. Just close your eyes and let the wind blow on you and just immerse yourself in that experience and really feel the wind blowing over your body. Lose yourself into that for a while, okay, as you meditate. And that will really help you connect with the wind element or the air element. You can say invocations and prayers once again, because that is also utilizing air magic and, using your voice, praying, saying a spell, chanting, singing something, singing a hymn to the gods of the wind, okay, calling on the four winds. I don't know all their names, I don't think, but I think there's one named Boreas and Zephyrus, okay, but there's four. There's actually more than that. You can call on the wind deities of the four directions and then the cross quarter directions as well. So there's 8 total. I think there's more than that even. Y'all can do research into that. But that can really help you, because I know that's what helped me as I was developing my relationship with the air element. Some good crystals to use to help you connect with the air element. Citrine. I love citrine crystal. It's like one of my favorites. For that, usually I find it's easier to connect with the wind element during the daytime as well. That might be because it's connected with the masculine projective energy, and the sun's up in daytime and the sun's connected with masculine projective energy, so that might be a reason why. It might be different for you, I don't know, but I can still connect with the wind element at nighttime, but it's just easier and more stronger in the day for me. To touch back upon the astral projection technique I was talking about, I usually do that either in the morning or just in the day when I'm feeling like drowsy or something, like where I would be taking a nap, or I feel like I want to take a nap in the day. I would just lay down and do that visualization to astral travel if I wanted to. And usually I would fall asleep, but I would go so deep into the meditation to where I'm basically already projecting somewhere, and then when I fall asleep, I just go there, okay? So once again, I don't know what level you're at when it comes to that astral projection, but you might have to just start off with doing that in your dream state itself and learning how to control it from your dream state, from lucid dreaming, okay? I will be doing a video as well on an astral projection lucid dream tea that I make with different herbs, and I'll do that as an instructional how-to video, which also doubles as an incense that you can burn or make a tea, okay? So you can use this recipe that I'm going to share with y'all in that video for either. You can also even make like a dream pillow with it, which you like slip in your pillowcase on the top side where like you lay your head on, and it can help there. You can combine it for all three. A tea, a dream pillow, and burn it as an incense before bed, but that's kind of like overkill, but you can. Another crystal that helps connect with the wind element, I keep interchanging the wind element or the air element, Honestly, I just like calling it the wind element, but I titled this the air element, so I just need to remember that for this video. But some other crystals that help connect with it are amethyst. And this is just from my own experience. This isn't like from anything I read or anything like that. So I don't know necessarily traditional associations as I'm saying these crystals, but amethyst and citrine really work for me. Labradorite helps as far as the kind of psychic aspect of it. And let's see, anything else that comes to mind? Just like clear quartz will also help. Those are like the main crystals that I will use for connecting with the air element. Also lapis lazuli, okay, that's another good one. Now all of those crystals have other associations as well, and energies, but they really just help connect with the air element too. What else do I want to put in this video? Yeah, like incenses really help connect with the air element too. Just a short tip for y'all: if you want to connect with the air element and you're like indoors, and for whatever reason, if you can't get to the woods, or if the weather's just not befitting to go outside into the woods or into the forest or just near trees outside at all, you can do an indoor ritual where you put incense around you in a circle, like 4 separate incenses, and you can invoke the winds in that way, or the air element in that way. That would be another thing. And just visualize, once again, the same thing as just the wind blowing around you. You can visualize a tornado swirling around you and just immerse yourself in feeling that wind all over your body. That will really help, and inside of you even. I don't know how strong your visualization abilities are and your visualization skills, but that's why I do recommend that you do actually physically go outside in nature and let the wind blow all over you and immerse yourself in it, and maybe do that several times so that you can use that memory when you do your visualizations later on, okay? It will really help you. I'm trying to think of anything else to add to this. You can just do breathing meditations and exercises where you like breathe in for a certain count, like breathe in for 8 seconds, hold your breath for 3 seconds, breathe out for 8 seconds, and hold your breath for 3 seconds, breathe in again for 8 seconds, and just hold that pattern and that cycle for however long. Now, don't hyperventilate yourself by breathing too fast in and out, because you can make yourself lightheaded and stuff. So just practice what works for you. Another aspect, the wind element can actually help you send messages telepathically and stuff like that too. Once again, like I said, it can help you use your magic to reach long distances, and that goes for any spell, but that also goes for telepathic communication. Like if you really need to get a message to somebody, you can use the wind element to help you do that telepathically, okay? Some other things is like writing petitions out on paper in your own words, burn it, then take the ashes and scatter those into the wind. Just different things like that. Really, your own creativity is the limit, so I don't really like giving too many examples on these videos because I really think that you should use your own creativity in your magic. But I do want to give some examples, so, you know. But I think that's going to cover it for the air element. It's a very powerful element, probably my favorite. Just because it's my natural element. I feel in my element when it comes to the wind element. But it's just, I really love it. It's one of my favorites for sure. I love the air element and the fire element probably the most. So anyway, let me know if you have any questions. If you want to add anything to this, please leave it in the comments or ask questions in the comments or just share your experiences with the air element in the comment section. I would love for y'all to do that. You can make a video reply to this or just make your own video about the air element and let me know about it because I would like to hear that. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe on this so I know what y'all think. And I will see y'all on the next one, the earth element. Hail to the witches and blessed be.